So here is my planned book haul 4 that won't be 45 minutes long because I did book haul 3. So let's dig into what I got. This is a real good one. This is Creatures of Light and Darkness by Roger Zelazny. And it is a spiritual sequel to one of my favorite speculative fiction books of all time, Lord of Light. Lord of Light takes fantasy and science fiction and just fuses them. His intention when he wrote the book was to write it in a way that you could read it as a fantasy novel or you could read it as a sci-fi novel. And he does a wonderful job. It's written with epic prose. It's just, I will make a review about that, so don't worry about that. But this book has a different spin on the same concept. Lord of Light is the Hindu pantheon of gods, and this is the Egyptian pantheon of gods, and I cannot wait to get into it. And we've got this beautiful thing, Two-Handed Engine, the selected stories of Henry Kuttner and C.L. Moore. They're both OG speculative fiction writers. They were married for 18 years, and this is a collection of their stories they wrote together, that they wrote apart. It talks about how they collaborated on these works, and I really can't wait to dig into it. Here we go. This Immortal by Roger Zelazny. I love Zelazny's writing. I couldn't say no to a book club edition hardcover. I never say no to a book club edition hardcover, especially one that already has a Mylar protective sleeve on it. It's just great value right there. This isn't mine, but I did buy it as part of this book haul, so it counts. I already owned a copy of the Book of Merlin, but a friend of mine loves The Once and Future King and didn't know that this existed until I showed him my copy, and I told him as soon as I found a copy for him, I'd buy it for him. So I found a copy, and I did. Now these last two are a big deal. We'll start with Hero's Journey, a first edition hardcover. Look at that, Chilton. Remember when Chilton printed speculative fiction? Me neither, because I didn't exist. The fun fact is, Chilton published the first edition of Dune and the first edition of this beautiful thing. I cannot wait to read this. I made the mistake of going into the rare and collectible section of my favorite bookstore, and my wife was standing outside because it's got like a little barricade. Like, you have to get permission to get in there. They unlock it for you, and then one of the employees there just hangs out in there and kind of sorts things while you're in there, so you don't steal anything or damage anything. And holy crap, the books in there, it made me happy just being near those books. They're so beautiful. Some of them are so rare. Some of them, I didn't know they made editions like that. And it just made me super happy. And last, but certainly not least, is a first edition hardcover of A Confederacy of Dances, my favorite book of all time. This is the great American novel. The rest are just imitators. I know I'm hyping it up, but I'm not joking when I say I love this book. We got it for my wife for her birthday. As soon as we saw it, we were like, oh no, because it didn't matter what it cost, we were going to buy it. Luckily, it wasn't that bad. And it's a 5th printing of the first edition. And that's about as close as I'll ever get to a first printing. First printing costs as much as my car. Yes, I drive a relatively inexpensive car, but still. And this made me so happy. My wife and I left the store absolutely giddy that we had found this. So, yeah, that's my book haul. This was a small one, but I wanted to get it out there since my wife and I will be going on a vacation soon that involves going to a ton of antique stores and bookstores in different states, and I don't need a 2-hour book haul video because a coming back from vacation book haul video will already be very large. And these books are also special that they deserved a little space for themselves. So, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.